Okay, we're in this. Look at me with my microphone. See that? And my headphones. And I can hear myself now. And the audio will hopefully be better. It's probably going to take me a few times to get used to it and to really get the hang of it. But yeah, we're in it now. I got the mic. I'm recording audio on my computer. And then I'm going to put the audio with the video. I'm getting legit, guys. I'm getting legit, slowly but steady. What episode is this? This is episode 6, I think. I think it's episode 6. I couldn't sleep last night. Like, at all. Do I even need these headphones? Fuck it. We'll have headphones in. Let's do it. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. I went to bed at like 9 to try to regulate my sleep schedule from holiday season. I've been pretty much staying up all night, every night, for like weeks, it feels like. So I went to bed at like 9 last night, and I woke up at like 1. Was able to fall back asleep, and I woke up at 2, and laid there for like, I don't know, a long time. And then I got up and stood in the kitchen and went on the internet and went back to my room and laid down for a bit. I just couldn't sleep, and it's like 7:20 now. It took me like 20 minutes to get this all set up, and I've just been chilling. I think it's, like when a kid, you remember being a kid? Maybe not everybody, but I feel like when I was in like elementary school, on the weekends, I would get up at like 7 in the morning or super early. I was always wanting to be up super early, and it was like because it was your day off. It was like get as much use out of your day off. So I think subconsciously maybe my body is trying to be awake right now because I just finished all these holiday orders, and it's kind of like my vacation right now, I guess you could say. I'll probably have like a week where I don't really have to do anything, and I'm about to go see my grandma and my mom down in California, so it's kind of like I have a few days off. So I think maybe my body's just like, that's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. I'm drinking coffee out of my cool TikTok mug. Do you have a TikTok mug? No. Maybe you do. I don't know. My cool TikTok mug, which also says my TikTok tag, Chris Kelly 110. Hi, kitten. Come on. Are you gonna get on the table? Or are you gonna sit in my lap? Make a decision though. Come on, kitten. There we go. Okay. TikTok mug. Ooh, ballin'. They sent me that last Christmas, last holiday season. They sent me a box that had like a scarf in it and the mug and stuff, and they were like, "Thank you from TikTok." It's funny to me. It's just kind of funny to me. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot about trying to start each day, or just at some point throughout the day, do that thing where you just say out loud the things that you're thankful for. So as I was laying in bed, frustrated that I couldn't sleep, I just kept thinking that I am thankful for my room and my bed. I just kept thinking that at least I have a bed, right? Like at least I have my room right now. I have this space. Even if I can't sleep, at least I have this bed that I get to lay in. I'm also super grateful for my car. I was thinking about that. That's another thing that I have written down. Like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I just got my license like 3 years ago, and before that, um, like I remember one of these Christmas seasons, like 4 years ago, I didn't have a car. All I had was a bike, and it was the first. It was right when I released the pod mods, and it was the biggest influx of orders I'd ever gotten at that point. And I it was like the days leading up to, because the 21st is the last day that you can ship stuff for priority mail for it to arrive Christmas Eve. So it was like the 19th or something. It was getting to that last day, and orders were going out, and I'd been up working for like 24 hours. And then I remember going and laying down and being like, all right, I'm just going to sleep for a few hours and then I'll finish the work and then I'll bring it all to the post office. I remember laying in bed and getting this feeling of like, you can't not work right now. You have to go get this stuff done. It has to go get done. And I got up, and the total shift ended up being a 40-hour shift awake, cranking out orders. But since I didn't have a car, I had my bike and I had a backpack, and I would pack it full of boxes, and then I had like two other duffel bags that I would load full of packages and bike. It was like a mile and a half to the post office, and I would bike to the post office and then bike back and load up full of all the packages, and I'd bike to the post office and bike back. And that it took like three times. That last trip, 2016 holiday season, I was biking back and forth. So yeah, I'm grateful for my car. I was so thankful this year to like, and previous years too, but it really hit me this year to like grind out a bunch of orders, have 3 bins of boxes going out, whatever, and just being able to get in the car and start the car, to warm up the car, and go get my warm car and drive to the post office and drop stuff off. And I know that they can come pick up packages, but I like to see them scan in the packages. But it's just so convenient, and so I was just so thankful this year that I had a warm shop to build stuff in, and I had a warm car to build stuff in, and yeah, just very thankful. Thankful for the Poi community, and I'm thankful that I live in Oregon. I live in a beautiful area. There's not really a lot of community in this town. Not a lot of Poi spinners. Not a lot of people that I would see myself hanging out with, but it's beautiful when I look outside, and it's not too much of an issue that I'm far away from people because I don't really do much. But and it's only like an hour drive. But I'm grateful for this area, and I'm grateful for my home, and I'm grateful for my job and my community and my friends and my family, and I'm grateful for hobbies, and I'm grateful for the ability to make art, whatever it may be. Yeah, yeah, crazy. um, we don't have any sponsors, or I guess technically this episode is brought to you by Things on Strings, because it's a solo show right now, but I'm not opposed to taking on sponsors for the episode. If you want to pay me to plug your merchandise, I am more than happy to. That's funny. Maybe we'll get the Joe Rogan deal. What were they selling? Fleshlights. That was the Joe Rogan sponsor in the early days, was the fleshlight. They like super popularized the fleshlight. No, I'll take all sorts of. I'll take a sponsor. I'll take, what is it? Manscaped is a popular one that all the podcasts are getting, and Stamps.com. I feel like I should have a Stamps.com sponsor, right? That makes sense. I'm gonna hit up stamps.com for a sponsorship. Oh, that's funny. I was listening to his podcast. It was a podcast with the actual Santa Claus. It was the real Santa Claus was in this podcast. I swear to God. And he was talking about Santa Claus, right? The real Santa Claus was talking about how in everyone's mind they think that he's just flying around the world, right? Sporadically on Christmas delivering presents, right? But he explained how he's actually so you have the Earth, right? And he's doing these. Is that latitude? Yeah, latitude's vertical, right? He does loops on the latitude, right? And he breaks it down into time zones. So there's 24 time zones, and so they break down each time zone, and then he does the loop, and he passes by the North Pole every time, so he re-ups on the present, right? And as I'm listening to this podcast, I'm like, and thinking in my head, I'm like, that makes sense if you completely forget about like physics and logic, logical thinking, that makes sense, right? And I was like, it's kind of, it felt like listening to someone explain that the Earth is flat. How the Earth could be flat was the same feeling I got listening to Santa Claus explain how he can deliver presents around the whole world in 24 hours. Like the logic behind. Yeah. I don't know. That's just a random thought I had written down. Is that Santa delivering presents is about as logical as people thinking the Earth is flat. I like to think that the Earth is hollow. I don't know if you've looked into that conspiracy theory too much. It's pretty fun to dive into. Look up Richard E. Byrd, Admiral Richard E. Byrd, Byrd, Byrd. Look up Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Um, yeah, just do your own research. That's pretty much all you need to look up, and you'll. That's the rabbit hole. That's the entrance to the rabbit hole. Just look up that guy's name. Uh, yeah, it's not like I for sure think that the Earth is hollow. It's just fun to think about, right? It's one of those things where it's like if you kind of just like block out logic, it's just a fun idea to entertain. That's really what it comes down to. Is um, I don't know. There's some days where I believe it more than others, but what else do I have on there? Oh yeah, I was thinking about like Christmas is pretty much canceled this year, right? It's like you can still give people gifts and you can still decorate and stuff, but for like the standard idea of what Christmas usually is, it's pretty much canceled. Like, you can't really gather like people do, and you shouldn't really be traveling as much. So, yeah, I'm gonna go see my grandma and I'm gonna go see my mom, but I'm I think what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna try to be gone for like 2 days. I'm gonna try to just do it as quick as possible, and then wait a few weeks and wait for because everyone's traveling right now. So it's not even that it's especially not safe to travel safe or whatever to travel right now. So I think I'm just gonna go see everybody, see my grandma, see my mom, come back, and then wait until the holidays kind of die down, and then go back down there and have like a longer stay. It just seems it feels like I shouldn't be running around the West Coast right now. It seems like it makes total sense in my mind. It's like why would I be traveling a whole bunch right now? But I do want to see them. So I think I'm just gonna go basically just say hi, hang out Christmas Eve, and hang out on Christmas, and then come home. I have some gifts to give them, and then that's it. It's something really quick and easy, and I'm not gonna worry too much about it either. And I don't think anyone should be worried too much about feeling like they're gonna disappoint people if you decide to not travel. If you're like, I'm not gonna go see family this year. You're just gonna stay home. Don't feel bad because I think everyone understands that you can't be guilting people into running around and traveling and stuff right now. Like, I don't know. It's not Christmas is it's not the same as usual. I'm bummed for New Year's to it's like what is everybody gonna do on New Year's? That seems more like usually I don't know. I don't party, but I usually like to go do something on New Year's and hang out with people and it's just exciting, right? It's exciting to go to a show or to yeah, it's like the holidays. It doesn't necessarily need to be the holiday for you to go visit family and stuff. So that can kind of be like put off until after the holidays. But I'm a little bit bummed about New Year kind of being canceled. Side note: why do we say New Year's? It's not New Year's. It's not multiple. New Year's Eve. Why? It's not years. It's the new. I guess it is the years. It's like the ownership. The New Year's Eve, but it's new. The new year. I guess they say New Year's Day. It's the New Year's ownership day. So I guess that does make sense. But New Year's, if people are like, oh, what are you doing for New Year's? That doesn't make any sense. What are you doing for the new year is what makes sense. I'm probably not the one who should be correcting your speech because I am not a genius, but that's always something that bugs me. What are you doing for New Year's? What? There's not multiple New Year's going on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. I'm just tired and annoyed. Yep. TikTok mug. Go follow me on TikTok. Or don't. Oh man, dude, I'm cranking through this list of stuff. Oh, hey, if you didn't know, if you're in Oregon and you're driving and it's raining and your windshield wipers are on, you're supposed to have your headlights on too. If you didn't know, that's the law. If your windshield wipers are on, you're supposed to have your headlights on. Also, the left lane is a passing lane. Don't cruise in the left lane. I know that's random shit, but driving frustrates me. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, man, I just cranked out all these orders. I don't know why I touched this. This shop's back there. I just cranked out all these orders. I'm pretty sure I got everything shipped. There's some LED poi that I ordered. I'm just waiting on some knobs to show up. Those are gonna go out. So some of the LED poi won't be there till the day after Christmas. Yeah, till the 26th. But everything else should be there. What's today? The 22nd, right? If it hasn't already showed up, it'll be there tomorrow or Christmas Eve. And then if it's not, yeah, everything's out of the door right now besides a few LED points. So if your order has not updated, message me and I'm here and I'm just hanging out for now. So yeah, we'll get everything settled. But yeah, everything's out the door. It feels crazy to like I was still pulling crazy long hours, and I've kind of like ever since 100 Tricks 100 Days ended, I've just been like in grind mode for pretty much like 2 weeks now. But it like once it was all done, it didn't feel real. Like how I was saying back in 2016, it was so stressful. I did like a 40-hour no sleep grinding up poi the whole time. um, it just feels crazy to like be able to handle it now. Just to be able to get the orders out. Yeah, it's a trip. It's like I go into like, I guess you could say like flow state, right? It's like all these orders come in for the holidays. It's an influx of orders, more than a typical month. And it's like I see how many orders there are, and it's overwhelming. And it's like, well, just start doing it. And this is just what you do until it's done. And it all has to be out the door by the 21st. Like, there's just no other option. It's like with the trick, right? It was like, there's no other, I'm going to keep doing this trick until I land it. It's like building the poi for the holiday season. You're going to keep building poi until it's all done. There's no other option. Yeah. And then it's crazy to like know how to handle that now, and to not get like completely overwhelmed with, yeah, like, I don't know about you, I'm the kind of person to break every, like if I have 5 days left to do something, I'm like, I have this many hours left to do this, and if I sleep for this many hours a night, I will only have this many hours to do it, and there's no way that I'm actually going to be working. Like, I just start breaking everything down. That's what used to set me into a panic, was to really think about how much time do I have left to do this. But I did pretty good this year about managing the last few weeks, the last 2 weeks before the 21st. And I set up the 100 tricks, 100 days to where it ended on the 10th. And then I had like 11 solid days of, yeah, pretty much, I mean, I spun poi a little bit, but I didn't have to focus on anything other than making poi for the last 11 days. It's crazy. I've straight up been like in a time warp for 11 days. It's insane. Flow state, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, it feels, I think that's partially why I couldn't sleep. It's because finally, I'm usually just in like go mode all the time, and I finally had a minute to like relax, I guess. Maybe that is the right word. It seems like you would want to sleep if you were, your body would want to like sleep if you were relaxing, but maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's like my body wants to just like soak in the doing nothing, not having anything to do. I mean, there's always something I could be doing. I could be doing yard work or finishing parts of my flooring or whatever, but hello, kitten. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do nothing for a couple days. I'm gonna go to Eugene. If it's not raining, I'm gonna go to the skate park in Eugene. I might even buy myself a new skateboard that won't go on the wall, one that'll actually ride. Uh, and then me and Patches, my homie Patches, Patches Beats, Patches Flows on Instagram. Patches, if you know Patches. Uh, we've been working on hip hop album. We are called Two Fellas, TOO Fellas with a Z, like we're too much fellas. We are two fellas, two of us, but we're also too much fella. So we're TOO Fellas with a Z, two fellas. we've got two songs, or two, they're like a minute and a half. Two songs so far. But we've got a bunch of stuff in the works. So just stay tuned for that. I'm actually really, really excited for that. Um, they're decent. They're not horrible. The songs aren't horrible, which is the best part. And if we make $5 million from them, that would be pretty dope. That's the goal, is to make $5 million off one song. Who knows though? How long have we gone? 25 minutes. Yeah, man. I didn't do an episode last week. I was building stuff and I just didn't want to. I was gonna film one after the 100 tricks, 100 days, the 100th day of the 100 tricks, 100 days, but I was it was crazy. I did day 99, and I knew the trick I had in my mind for day 100, and then set up the camera and started filming, and it just wasn't working. The trick just wasn't working, and the sun was going down, and the light was getting bad inside the house, and it same thing like I was talking about before. It slowly was like transforming into a new trick, and I was like losing my mind. I was like, "Is this really?" I've been. It took an hour and a half. That little two trick sequence took like an hour and 35 minutes. And after like an hour, I was like, "Wow, this is gonna be the trick that I don't do." Day 100, and I am not gonna do the trick that I wanted to do. And I was like, it felt like such a defeat, and I was getting so frustrated. I deleted the footage, but I was, yeah, I didn't even rewatch it all back. I was getting very, very frustrated. But the trick just kept like transforming and turning into more things, and then yeah, it was like the behind the back throw, single behind the back, single throw, and then air drop over. There was two variations of a similar trick, and they both started coming together right around the same time, and then I like knew they both would work, and after an hour and a half, they both worked back to back. Like they just worked one after the other. It's so strange sometimes. But I couldn't believe it. It was done. I did the 100 tricks, 100 days. I didn't take a day off. I didn't post any bullshit. For the most part, I feel like it was like 90% quality content. At least that I feel like for myself was good quality content. And then like the other 10% was still decent, but I feel like it was the best content I put out. It was the most consistent, and I didn't take a day off. And I'm like so ready to edit it together and to make a video, and then yeah, to start doing a new project. I have a bunch of things in my mind. I have a bunch of things lined up, and if you saw the promo video for One of Us, for Things on Strings One of Us, that was only some of the team that was in the actual video, but yeah, there's a couple surprise guests that are gonna be in that too. I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but I'm sending some stuff to a few people that I'm thinking are gonna be in the end video, but we'll just save that for the actual release date. Should be about 15 people that are gonna be in the video. Um, yeah, I kind of forgot. I lost my train of thought just then. Uh, what else? Hey, look, Static Technora from Crispy Clowns. You can order it now. Look, it's static. It stands on its own. This needs a knob. It just has a knot on it because I didn't put the knob on it yet. But yeah, you can get Static Technora. 8 mil and 11 mil is now an option. Oh yeah, we were talking about 100 days. Yeah, I just didn't do an episode. I was gonna film the episode right after the 100th trick, but I was just so over it and like relieved, and it took way longer than I thought, and it didn't seem real, and I just was like, I was just happy to not do it. I didn't want to sit in front of a camera anymore. At that moment, I didn't want to, and then the weekend rolled around. I was like, you know what? We don't have any sponsors yet, so I'm just not gonna film a podcast today. And I didn't film a podcast, and then I didn't do it last weekend, and I almost wasn't gonna do it today, but I got this mic a couple days ago, so I figured We'll see how good the sound is. It makes me feel legit, though. It makes me feel super professional. Uh, what else, man? Uh, hmm, I don't know. We've been going for 30 minutes. That's a decent episode. Kind of burnt out right now. I didn't really sleep a lot. I think I'm gonna go to Eugene. I think I'm gonna take a shower. I think I'm gonna go to Eugene. Yeah. I have the day off, kinda. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, everything went out except I'm just waiting on knobs. And yeah, so I think that's it. I think we're gonna call that episode. And yeah, I'm gonna bring my computer and this down with me when I go down to California, and maybe we'll do an episode with my grandma or my mom or something like that. That would actually be really cool. Yeah. Oh, dude, my mom has been making those Vans roller skates, and I posted the two photos, the two pairs that she made. But we're just gonna. She's eventually gonna set her up with a shop. I'm gonna help her build an Etsy shop and get her the ball rolling on that. But for now, we're just gonna set up the listing on the things on Shrink Shop, and then there's gonna be an option. So we're gonna have all the stuff that's already built, and then we're gonna have an option for like a customized van shoe, and there'll be the deposit. You'll just pay a deposit. It'll be like half the cost of what the price will be, and then we'll just go from there. So you'll have the deposit in, and then you'll list your shoe size, and we'll get in contact with you. I'll have her get in contact with you, and or I will. One of us will. I don't know. We'll figure it out, and we'll get the colors that you like, and we'll kind of get some ideas of colors that you want to have on the shoe, and we'll get your shoe size, and we'll go from there. And then when the shoe is built, you finish paying for it, and that's it. So you can either buy a pre-made set of Van skates, or you can have the custom ones made, and yeah, people seem really stoked. So think, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna go well. There's a bunch of people that sell them on Etsy, and they're like $500, but I think the price is gonna be about like $350, 350 to $400 shipped, and then they'll all come with a set of poi too. Every time you buy Van skates, they will from things on Shrink Shop or from her, it'll come with a set of poi that matches. Um, yeah, so stay tuned for that, and we'll have those posted soon. Someone asked me about making a skate video because I have all these skateboards everywhere, and I always post stuff about skating. They were like, "You should post a skate edit." So I think I'm gonna try to make a little skate edit too. But we've got things on strings video coming out. We've got Vans, roller skates adding to the shop, Static Technora from Crispy Clowns, and then I've got another little video project, two video projects, three video projects in the works, and then the two fellas music project is in the works. A lot of stuff brewing right now. Uh, yeah, I'm just so thankful for community, and I'm thankful for y'all out there. Uh, oh yeah, I didn't write this down. Um, Shout out to Poi to the World for getting on Flotoy's site. That's awesome. Go to Flotoys and look up Poi to the World. I just think that's so cool. That ain't easy to do. I've tried. I've tried to get on that Flotoy site. It's not easy to do. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'll link y'all below, actually. I'll put the link below. What else, man? I don't know. I think that's it. Happy holidays. I might post another one before Christmas or right around Christmas or maybe on Christmas, but The date today is the 22nd of December 2020. Oh, it was the if you live in the Pacific, keep all these ideas are coming to my mind now. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, congratulations, you've made it past the shortest day of the year, and from here on, I guess for a lot of people, but I feel like the Pacific Northwest people get all super depressed when it gets cloudy, but the days get longer from here on out. It only gets easier. You made it over the hump, and congratulations. You made it. You're a true Oregonian or Washingtonian or whatever it is. You're a true Pacific Northwest person now. You made it through fall. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're gonna call it right there. Happy holidays, y'all. Travel safe or don't travel at all, and eat good and yeah, be good to your bodies and be good to yourselves and yeah, be grateful. That's what we can end on. Be grateful, be thankful, and yeah, happy holidays, y'all.